Now we're going to start with the turns, okay? We're going to go into the first turn, which is a single right turn, okay? So how do you turn your partner and how do you turn yourself when you're going into those turn patterns? Now, as you can see on the dance floor, a lot of people love turns, but be sure again and again and again that you master your basic steps first before you start going into some turn patterns, okay? Now, we have some very basic ways of explaining the very first turn, I think, okay? And the way we do it is quite simple. We're going to start with the basic step number 1. Vanessa is facing away from you and I am facing you. We're going to start with the basic. And 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. Now, if you want to do a turn to your right side, which is basically a clockwise turn, okay, clockwise, because basically we're thinking from looking from above, so we call this clockwise. We're going to start with the left foot forward. Now, if you start with your left foot forward on 1, just like the basic step, you can make it a little bit easier if you want to do the turn by starting to turn a little bit, which is about a quarter, to your right side on 1, okay? So as you can see, the turn already started. When you're doing this together with your partner, this will change slightly. But in the beginning, to learn how to turn, this is easier. So you go 1. Now you turn 2, and as you can see, we are now halfway down the turn. Okay, we are now already halfway down the turn. We are going to lift up our left foot. We are going to turn on the right foot, finishing the turn on the 3rd count. So this was 1, 2, and 3, finishing the turn. So let's do that again. But before we go back into the forward step, we first finish the turn by stepping back in 5, 6, and 7. So basically, one turn takes only 3 counts. But in total, it will take a full basic step. So in the 1, 2, 3, you do the turn, and in your 5, 6, 7, you're just doing your basic back step. So let's do it again, slowly. You're going to step forward, initiating your turn on 1. Then this is 2, you're halfway down the turn, and now you turn on 3. Now, as you can see, we are using our arms. We keep them centered, so you can give a little bit of momentum to your turn. After the turn, we have to step back, 5, 6, 7. So let's do this very slowly, but now we go into stage number 2. We do a basic step before the turn. 5, 6, basic step. 1, 2, 3, and 5. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, and 7. This is basically the whole technique. Let me show it to you from the side as well. 5, 6, basic step. 1, 2, hands centered. Here we go. Start the turn. 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. Okay? Now, the only tip that I still have for you is when you turn, do not give too much energy. Sometimes you see people turning like this, and then you think there are about 2 or 3 turns coming. Just relax and just think in your head, it's only 1 turn. That'll make it a bit easier. And the other thing is the arms, okay? As you can see, when we start doing the turn, we keep the arms a little bit to our left, just before we turn. And the moment we turn, we use this momentum of the arms to give a little bit more spin, a little bit more speed for the turn, like this. And that is totally different than when you do not use the arms. If you see people turning like this, and many times they have to try to keep it, to take the energy from the floor using their legs, and then they start doing this, okay? So by using your arms and your upper body, it makes it easier. Let's do it 2 more times, slowly. 5, 6, basic step. 1, 2, 3. Here we go, and relax. 1, 2, turn. 5, basic step. 1, 2, 3, and again. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, and 7. Let's do this with music. So here we go, guys, with music. 5, 6, 7, basic step. 1, 2, basic. Now always be sure when you do it on music that you first do a few basic steps on the music before you start turning or doing anything else, okay? Here we go, let's turn. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 5. 1, 2, 3. Here we go, turn. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 5. We're going to do it one more time. I'm going to show it to you from the side. 2, 3, basic. 1, 2, 3, and here we go. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 5, 6, and 7.